Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Minton, and it is Sunday evening, guys, so it's time for another weekly reader. It's time to check in. We are through the door into 2024. How's it going? I hope everyone's having a great year so far. I hope everyone's got one 5-star read going right after another, kind of like we do here on the channel. Last year, wow, what a whirlwind. Can't believe we're into 2024 already. But let's get right to it. What did I read last week? I finished book 3 of the last War Trilogy by Mike Shackle. I was a little bit worried. I put this on my top 10 series list, and I hadn't read the third book. And I thought, he's going to stick the landing. He'll stick the landing, right? I mean, I'm not going too far out on a limb here. I should have had faith. I should have known he had both hands at 10 and 2 on this wheel, and he was going straight down the pipe with it. What a great read. If you guys have read this already, hit me in comments and let me know how you feel. If you have not, this is that grim, dark, military fantasy. Not every character is military, though. After this invasion and the resistance that rides up, it follows some just regular people that are going to be called upon to be heroes. And we get to follow them, and they go through the meat grinder, and it is so compressed time-wise, and it is a pulse-pounding, page-turner, relentless, that does not stop. And then when we get to book 3, these heroes, these characters we've been following, they're going to come to the very edge of this story, and they're going to look down into the abyss, into the monstrous eyes of their enemy that they've been fighting for this entire trilogy, and they're going to have to ask themselves, how much of a monster am I going to become to prevail? How far am I going to let myself go to win the day? How much am I going to have to wear the skin of my enemy to overcome my enemy? Amazing themes, amazing character arcs. And as a writer, he does not judge his audience. He gives us full reign. He gives us endings that we can just interpret for how we want. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. I am a fan of Mike Shackle now. I don't know what he's written before this, but I'm going to find out. I hear what he's got coming after this, and I can't wait for it. This needs to be on your TBR, and not just on your TBR. It needs to be on the top. Check it out. I cannot stress it enough. After that, I went ahead and picked up my indie read of the month, Andrew Meredith's Thrice. He was so kind to send me Thrice and the follow-up book, Fourscore. I heard about this from Tori Tekken on Tori Talks when I was on her channel, and she was telling me this is an indie author I absolutely have to check out. And I'll be about 100 pages in tonight, and she was absolutely right. This has that. For a dad, and me and my son do this channel together, this is going to hit me right here. I can already tell. It's kind of got its roots in like some Slavic mythology, and it's got kind of a mysterious young boy that is looked after by a father figure that is trying to get him out of danger, and it's kind of lone wolf and cub. I'm getting a little bit of that, and I'm also... If you've ever seen a movie called Eastern Promises and Viggo Mortensen in that, I see him immediately in this role, in this character, and I'm just enjoying this journey, but I just started, and I absolutely am going to enjoy this. I have time this month at all. I've got a packed month, but if I have time, I'm going to pick up the other book by Mr. Meredith, and kind of a little bit of a spoiler on the channel, Mr. Meredith, Andrew Meredith is going to come on, and we're going to get a chance to talk to him and ask all the questions that we have after we've read this book. So that's something to look forward to. I know I am. After that, since it's not crazy long, I'll blow through that here in the next couple days. I am going back to the Sun Eater universe. This is kind of 1.5 in the Sun Eater series. This Lesser Devil by Christopher Rocchio falls between The Empire of Silence and The Howling Dark, books 1 and 2. This is the story of Hadrian's brother Crispin after Hadrian leaves world, and I cannot wait to go back and see what Christopher Rocchio has in store for me, because I know what we got in book 1, Empire of Silence. Crispin, I know there's more going on there. I know he's not completely bought in to the family. I know he's going to grow up and be his own man and have his own moral quandaries and his own questions and his own journey. And I cannot wait to go on that journey. After one book, I completely and utterly trust Christopher Rocchio as a writer to bring up some themes in the journey of Brother Crispin's life that I cannot wait to get to. And if that doesn't fill my week coming up, then I am all in on the buddy read. I'm picking up The Chonker by Brian Lee Durfee, the first book, The Forgetting Moon, and I'm doing this buddy read with some amazing booktubers. Matt at Go Read Books, Ben at Bingus Khan Reads, Bards and Books, Usman over there, Josh at Red Fury, and Bert's Library, who reviews on Twitter or X, whatever you guys want, whatever the crazy kids call it these days. And I'm not 100% sure. I haven't got confirmation, but what the kids are saying on the playground is that the Beard himself is joining us. The Beard of Darkness has picked this up as well and is joining us on the buddy read. So some really amazing booktubers. So to be ready for the discussion coming up on Josh's channel, beginning of next month, I think, I will be picking up this big bad boy, and I cannot wait because some of the others have already started and they've been tweeting their thoughts, and it's like, I've got serious buyer's remorse of getting some other books in front of it, but these have been so good I don't have that kind of remorse. So I'm going to keep going with my plan for the month. And that's kind of what I had going on for reading this week, guys. I hope your reading is just as good. What did we get up to on the channel last week? We did put out our top 10 reads of 2023. And man, there's some bangers on there. I mean, after joining BookTube and taking all the recommendations and catching up with some of these writers and authors that I did not know about and that had passed me by, like, wow, what a year. Check out the list. It is just like banger after banger after banger, and I'm pretty sure one of those three will be on there. Just check it out. It's a great list if you haven't seen it already. And we also got up our full review of J. Michael Straczynski's new book, Glass Box. Now, this is one of my most anticipated reads for 2024 when I put that list out. If you haven't seen that video's out there as well. And I'm a huge Babylon 5 fan. He's coming out with a new book. I absolutely wanted to get in on this. And thank you so much, NetGalley and Blackstone Publishing Group got me an early e-arc, and I read through that. And I got the full review up, so I don't want to go too much into it here because I do have the full review up. But it's a lean, mean little book, man. It's got some things to say. J. Michael Straczynski had some things to say, and he did not hold back. He put them all on the page. It's very much just a half step to the right into our future, maybe like weeks ahead of where we are right now, if we don't kind of slow down and listen to each other and kind of meet in the middle with some sympathy and empathy and understanding and seriousness in our discussions, in our ideologies, where this country and where this world could be heading, as well as a look at the wounds we carry psychologically just from living on this planet and how that is dealt with and how that marks us for life. And even wounded, how we are all wounded and we're all more alike than not. Is it a book I would recommend to everyone? No. But for the kind of people that are looking for this kind of read, for this kind of philosophical read, I would recommend it 10 out of 10. It's really got some interesting things to say. Check out the full review and see if it's a book for you or not. I'm really happy with the time I spent with it. And also this past week, oh man, last night, Chris over at Unlimited Reads invited us onto his channel. This was his first episode of talking with a different booktuber, and I was so unbelievably touched, man, that he chose me. And it was so weird. I started this channel to talk to some people that love books like I do, and to kind of get back into reading and to get story back in my life, and to be just up on a Saturday night talking with somebody in Australia who's talking to me Sunday morning for them, and we're just talking about books and movies and stuff we love. It was like, wow, this is a dream come true. It was just so cool. So head over to his channel if you didn't catch it. He is such a cool guy with a cool channel. Great time I had with him. Thank you again, Chris, so much for inviting me on. And that's pretty much it that we got up to here this last week on the channel. What do we have coming up this next week? We're going to close the door on 23. It's it. This week, we're sealing it up. We're putting it in the archives. Behind glass. It's a ghost. It's history. It's over. Tuesday, we're going to do our full look back over everything we read for the month of December and close it up. And then Thursday, we're going to do our last book haul for December, our last book haul for 2023. And it's a Christmas book haul, so it's going to be a lot of books. I'm talking gift card madness happened, and it's a big red sack full of books, if you know what I mean. And that'll be on Thursday. And then we'll be right back here on Sunday. And okay, this brings me to a point. What are we going to do a week from today, Sunday? I was watching a live stream on Andrew's channel, Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and great, amazing channel. And he was doing a live stream celebrating hitting 5,000 subscribers. And I was watching this, and Mike was on there, and Spyro was on there, and they were all talking. And somebody piped up and said, well, John is like at 2,500 subscribers, maybe close to 3,000 now. I don't really check the numbers that much. I really don't. I do this because I love books. I love talking books with people. As soon as I get a comment, as quick as humanly possible, I respond. That's the whole reason I have started this channel and do this. So I was like, what? No freaking way. So I went and I checked, and guys, I checked right before I started this video. We're at like 2,900 subscribers or something. Jacob, what are we at?
2,900.
2,900 subscribers? You could get a mallet and drive in a nail right here. I wouldn't be any more shocked. I cannot wrap my head around that. So we had a live stream just hanging out with everybody for hitting 1,000. If you guys want to do another live stream come Sunday, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Say, yeah, we want to hang out, or not yet. We don't want another live stream yet, or we're busy Sunday. Whatever. I'll do whatever you guys want to do, man, because it's thanks to you. I cannot believe everyone that's come around the channel and subscribed and wants to come back and hang out and talk books with me. It absolutely has enriched my life beyond what I can humanly explain to you. So just from the bottom, man, thank you so much. So if you want to do a live stream and hang out, maybe we'll try and find some booktubers that want to hang out with us. If you want to hang out next Sunday, we'll pick a time, and instead of Weekly Reader, we'll hit you up with a live stream to celebrate next Sunday. Let us know in the comments. And comments, what have you been reading this past week? What do you got coming up next week? Hit me up. I love comments. It's the whole point of being here is talking with everybody. If you haven't hit that like button down there yet, that thumbs up, click that. If you've been around a time or two and you kind of like what we're doing and you want to hang out more and more with us, hit that subscribe, man. Oh, trust me. It's just a click, and it's like, ooh, it feels good. It feels good. It just feels right to do it. So go ahead and click those for us. It helps everything we do here. Other than that, what kind of TV did I get up to this past week? I'm all caught up. Oh, I did catch the Slow Motion Madness. That is Zack Snyder's new sci-fi epic on Netflix. And I didn't want my time back. I'm not going to say it's an amazing flick. Run and check it out. But I wasn't mad at it. I didn't want my time back. I knew exactly what I was getting in for. I knew the story was going to be, what? What's happening? I knew it was going to be some eye candy, and, I knew there'd be ways to have fun with it. If you want to take a shot every time he goes to slow-mo, you'll be blotto by the end. There's fun ways to watch it, and I had a good time. I'm all caught up with For All Mankind. There's one episode left in this season. I cannot stress enough what an amazing quality show this is on Apple Plus, if you have Apple Plus. And if you do, also check out Monarch Legacy of Monsters. If you dig Godzilla, that's a fun time. These past two episodes, this week's episode was actually written by Matt Fraction, and if you are a comics fan, you know that is absolutely worth checking out. These past couple episodes, they've really gotten to their groove of sliding back and forth from the 50s, 60s to kind of current syncing up with G-Day, the Godzilla film in San Francisco, because it ties in with the movies. So that's a fun time. And, sometimes when you get as old as I am, you look back and you miss, like I just miss Saturday morning cartoons. I miss Super Friends. So I got up this morning and I watched episode 1 of season 2 of Invincible on Amazon Prime because I wanted some animated superhero, but something, more for me now. A little grittier, a little edgier, a little bit of a superhero cartoon that's going to make me go, yay, oh, God. And it did. It's so much fun, man. If you have not checked out Robert Kirkman's comic, if you have not checked out Robert Kirkman's comic in an animated form on Amazon Prime, I cannot stress it enough. It is such a fun deconstruction of fun comics and a great ride. Definitely adult. Trigger warnings abound, even though it's animated. And I had just an amazing time with that. I should wrap that up this week because I think there's only 4 episodes in season 2. And that's pretty much it, guys. That wraps up my week. Let me know, what are we doing next week? We gonna do a live stream or not? Hit me up in the comments. Have a great week. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time on a Sunday evening with us. I mean, if you stop your Sunday night and you check in with us here on the channel, that means you are book people. And if you are book people, in my book, that makes you the best people. And I love spending time with you, so I thank you from the bottom for stopping by again. My name is John Minton, and this has been Talking Story.